Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the pre-market show. Happy Tuesday, March 19th. Hope everyone is having an amazing morning. Hope you had a great day yesterday, too. Yesterday was a great day to trade. We had some really good moves yesterday. We'll get into those in a second. And also, we had a great live show yesterday. Good morning. In regards to our challenge. So hopefully you was able to join that, then followed by class one as Robert took over. So a good show for the Bear Bulls Traders Challenge. Looking forward to it. Again, very excited. I think the sign up is still on until today. So let's see how it goes. You already can start practicing already. You should have your logins all set to go for the challenge. All right, guys. How do you guys hear me on the mic? Is it coming across okay? Just want to make sure I get a little sound check here. Excellent. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. All right, guys. So let's get right into it. Today we have a pretty decent, somewhat gappers list. I see ABC is back in here, so we'll take a look at that. We see some other ones as well that I'm known to see before. BHP. I think we traded that in the past as well. So quite a bit on here. So as usual, guys, let's start with what we saw yesterday. Hey, Norm. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Carlos. Sorry, I'm a minute behind. Had a little technical problem.
Oh, no problem at all, man. I know you've been also... Norm, by the way, has been extremely busy putting all this stuff together in the back end. Him and Ryan are putting in some serious time and work, making sure this challenge goes all smoothly. Because, again, it's the first time we're doing it, too. So, we run into... And when you do something new for the first time, you run into a lot of things that you didn't expect. But the work these guys are putting in is amazing. So we appreciate that, Norm. We really do.
Thank you.
By the way, did you get to trade at all yesterday, or?
Yeah, I took a couple of trades. It was a little crazy with the buying power issue that most, if not all, people had. So that took up most of my morning. But yeah. I had a trader. I had a trade or two on Facebook and Nvidia. So.
All right, cool. All right, so you got a few things in there. Good. All right, guys, so let's look at what we had yesterday. Actually, yesterday, the list yesterday was a little sketchy. We were looking at it, we're like, it doesn't look great, but we got some pretty good moves out of the stuff we had yesterday. So here's our watch list we did yesterday. I also had there on here. Let's start over with BA. BA was choppy. Again, just didn't do much. Still trying to figure out what he wants to do here. Again, just look at these moves. Look at this 1 minute candle. Look at this 5 minute candle. There's no way to identify any type of patterns on here. Now, what could happen many times is, you see these things happening. You see this 1 minute, maybe the second minute, third minute, and you think it's going to sell off from VWAP, right? You get in here short or right in here and you get stopped out. That's okay. You don't know you're in chop until after the fact, right? The key thing is not to understand when chop is going to happen, because you will never guess for sure that chop is going to happen, right? You can have an idea, hey, this looks choppy based on the price action, but you're never going to be, we get the question a lot, guys, how do you know this was going to be choppy? No, we don't know. What you want to do is, have a good entries and have good stop loss, and that's going to prevent you from getting chopped up too badly. You might get stopped out twice, and actually, I have a great example yesterday on one that I got stopped out twice because it was choppy at first before it made the move. So we had this trade yesterday. Andrew called this out. This is WP. We'll get to that one next. And look at this beautiful opening range breakdown. I wish I would have taken a screenshot of the 5 minute as well. But look at the 1 minute, right? As it comes down, we get in here for the crack of the low. Doesn't happen, right? It's just hesitant, comes back up, I get stopped out. Once again, it doesn't seem like it wants to go above VWAP. We go short one more time. This time I take some out right at the low of the day. I got a better entry. And then on the second candle, I'm not getting the run that I want to see. I see this hesitation on the price action, clearly showing me that it wants to go back up. So I just took everything out. But then look at this, right? So this is a little choppy here. Very, very frustrating. And then finally you get this beautiful drop, right? But the point is, you don't know you're stuck in chop until you're actually in it. You can't see the candles after the fact, right? After the fact, we all sit down like, oh, this was choppy. Well, you don't know that. You don't know what's going to happen next. Key is to have your stop loss set up, have your plan in place to avoid getting chopped up to the point where you're getting big stop losses and huge losses on your every trade you take, right? Unfortunately, I didn't catch this move down here, but again, you don't know you're stuck in chop until you're actually in it. The plan is to make your losses small, and that's what happened in BA. This is very choppy here. Just look at these candles and wicks just all over the place. Next we had DERM, also had a beautiful drop here in the 1 minute. Just nicely comes down here, then it decides to take off here. It goes above above the high of the day. It goes all the way to this level 1493, and it just gave you almost no pullback. You did get a small pullback on here, but it's so extended already that it's very difficult to get into this trade. I was watching this very closely. That's not an easy trade to take, right? Because you already cracked the high of the day. You're already up a few cents over the high of the day. You know, getting in here for it to continue and making new highs is, you know, it's not a usual move. It's very, very difficult entry, but turned out to be really nice. If you caught this down here, you saw the bottoming out, went around the moving averages, holding it, comes above these two moving averages here. This could have been a great entry for open range breakup. Unfortunately, I did not catch that. Then it drops down here again and goes back to VWAP, perfect bounce off of VWAP, and then it takes off again. I mean, just a beautiful trade on the DERM. Next we have WP. Also, check this out. I don't want to miss this one. Look at this midday action, right? Very choppy all the way until about noon. Just around the VWAP, and then finally loses this VWAP here. It comes basically to a narrowing point, and then the sellers win. So again, there is opportunities in the midday, in the afternoon, if you're patient, right? You don't want to be in here taking stabs at this when you see just nothing happening, right? This could be very frustrating because that's pure chop there. But if you're patient, wait for the right setup, you see it, you know, winding down to a point, and then you can take your move here. Once it drops, you can get in for a short, and a beautiful drop all the way, making newer lows all the way down to almost 11.25. So just being patient. Once you pass 10:30, 11, you want to be patient and become a sniper, right? Look for the right opportunities. Do not swing at everything. You know, wait for the right pitch so you could take your strike on. WP, this is one we trade again. Beautiful opening range breakdown. FIS also had the same thing. There was rumors of this being a buyout, but the price action in the pre-market was just beautiful. It was not giving you any signs of a buyout or any merger. It was just trading very nice with volume, and he traded just like that at the open. So same thing as we mentioned earlier, just a beautiful drop here, opening range breakdown, pull back, you get in here, and then it just drops all the way nicely all the way down here to these levels. So pretty good trade. FIS almost did the same thing, but I think WP traded just slightly better. But again, just a beautiful drop here. Check this out. Comes all the way down here. Gives you a mini engulfing pattern here, and you get a little reversal, not much. But then drops back down again to make a newer low. So pretty nice, very clean trade. AMRN just sold off. I did not have shares for sure on AMRN, but just sold off nicely here. But not really easy to take. I don't like AMRN. Sometimes it doesn't trade very clean, so I'm skeptical on taking this trade. I had ACB on here, but at the last minute I dropped off ACB and I replaced it with MU. And look what MU did. Just took off nicely. It was just a beautiful open range breakup as well, right over here, and broke the high of the day. Kept going. Was really strong. And it does this amazing engulfing pattern. Look at this. Doesn't get cleaner than that. And then that's a signal for a reversal. You know, you could take your entry here, set your stop loss above the high of the previous candle, and then just ride this down all the way down towards even the low of the day past the VWAP. So MU turned out to trade really clean. Has been trading really clean over the last several days. But yeah, this is a very good drop here. There was just choppy and just didn't give any action. It took off here, sold off. We were watching this for a possible fallen angel. So what a fallen angel is, it comes down here, it sells down, but then the stock finds a bottom and then it takes off because it wants to come back up towards the high of the day. It didn't quite do that. It gave some attempts. Had one attempt here, another one here, but the minute it just started just chopping around, it really didn't give you a push. It gave you one around this time here, maybe, and then another one here, but then it couldn't crack this level here and go higher. So that was it, guys. Norm, anything you had on your end that you liked, that you saw that had a good play yesterday?
No, not in particular, frankly.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff you've already gone over.
Okay, cool. All right, our gappers list got a bit smaller, looks like. So let's get rid of these here. Let's see what the SPY is up to today. See how it ended up yesterday. I had to run early for a funeral, so I didn't get to trade much. My trade was just on WP, which could have been one and done. Unfortunately, I didn't catch that move. But here, we're up quite a bit today, more than usual. We're up almost half of a percent. But what I like about this is that we're leaving this range, right? We haven't been up here in a couple of days, so we've been giving a few shots. This one's a bit far out, but you got one here, definitely here, and here, obviously, right? At least 4 to 5 shots of this above 280 level, and today we're definitely cracking that. So again, we did a double top here, had a nice drop, just a huge bounce from that. I didn't think we were going to bounce that strong back all the way to 280. but the market just seems to be, on a nice little uptrend here. So it gets above the 282 that's been struggling over the last couple of weeks, and now it's up here at 283, and we have a possible gap to close if we can do that over the next couple of days at 286 or so. So yeah, the market it's up today. It's green. Usually starting off pretty flat. Today is up a bit more than usual. Usually it starts literally like at 0.01. It's been very close to almost just flat, but today's up a bit, so that's interesting. All right, so let's see what we have in our gappers list. So let's start with STNE. STNE. All right, good morning, Kim from Nashville. Good morning. STNE is daily chart looks all right. Yeah, daily chart looks okay. Pre-market action right now, though, does not look great. Very choppy at the moment. Not enough volume. Only 138,000 shares, up 20%, so that's good. But the pre-market action doesn't look great. But I do like the daily chart at the moment. Daily chart is giving me this nice little float to it. What's the float on this? This looks like it can move. What's the ATR? STNE. All right, so STNE ATR $2.48. Today obviously is gapping up, so it's a bit more than that. So ATR is quite a bit. 62 million shares float. So in the mid flow area, but this thing could move though. I'm just looking at the ranges, the candles.
Yeah.
This thing could take off, right?
Yeah. Be careful on that. That's a huge ATR for a $30-$40 stock.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing now. So I'm not sure what's causing this to pop. I'm just gonna hop over here to Benzinga, see what we got going on. STNE up 20%. Looks like earnings yesterday after the close. So 426 they reported earnings. So they got some positive news. All right, so they're gapping up quite a bit. But yeah, this stock, Norm said it best, got to be very careful because the ATR, it's pretty big. Actually, that's a 14-day average ATR. It's more than that today. I could just tell you right now, it's going to be a lot more than that because of the gap. So STNE, we'll keep it on there. ACB in play again, up again. Wow, ACB is just putting in a nice daily chart, I think. Yeah, let's look at it. Yeah, beautiful daily chart. Let's get rid of all these levels. This could have been a great swing trade here. But again, just none of the other past stocks are moving the way this one is. So just interesting. But another day gapping up 2.7, tons of volume as usual, 710. I took this off my watch list. Let's see how it traded yesterday. Actually not too bad, but these wicks are scary though. You see how you have these wicks are bigger than bodies. That tends to be not easy to trade because you don't know if it's pulling back, is it coming back, and the next candle also comes back down and it comes right back up. How do you trade that after you get stopped out the first time for opening range breakup and then maybe again? That's it's a little difficult. Clear reversal here though. You can see the clear pattern. See these wicks, lower wicks keeps coming down and cannot just break this level. So that's a clear reverse pattern there. But I'm not sure how many people actually had shares to short for ACB. So today ACB is up quite a bit, 710,000 shares traded. Again, not the cleanest pre-market action at the moment, but definitely some activity going on there. Next, we have WHD. WHD down 4.4%, 655,000 shares traded. Daily chart looks okay, not great. Looks okay. So, all right, let's see what's the news on this one here? Why is it gapping down? Today the markets are up, but this one is gapping down. So we have WHD rumors of offerings. Okay, so they got new offering rumors happening. Came out yesterday and some more today. All right, so it could be trading a little weird today if that's the case, but we'll keep it on here for now. It's not really creating a good pre-market action anyways at the moment. I mean, it just seems pretty flat. With some decent volume, not really going anywhere. I mean, right here you have 207,000 shares traded just in this one candle alone right here, and it's not creating any type of nice price action, right? Usually we have a stock that's trading 207,000 shares by now, and is already giving you a nice flow to it. So might be pretty flat. Let's take a look at it in a few minutes. YEXT is starting to get some volume now, starting to pop up. Just popped up in the scanners on Trade Ideas. It is up 4.1, 100,000 shares traded. So nothing crazy yet, but it looks like it might want to get going. So we'll throw it on here for a possible opportunity if the volume continues to crank in here. So you can clearly see again, just pretty flat, building up, and now you're starting to get some activity here. All right, let's see what else we have here. Let's look at the Nasdaq Active, Nasdaq Gainer. Sammy, you're giving me AMD and MU. Let's look at those now. AMD right now is pretty flat. Let's look at MU. We'll throw those guys on there. I definitely want to keep an eye on MU because MU has just been trading so clean. MU also not much volume, but that's typical of MU. All right, we'll throw those on there as well. Let's take a look at what we have. Nasdaq Gainers, Nasdaq Active, TYHT. Let's check our float. TYHT. 18 million shares flow. So on the lower flow side, definitely under $5. You want to treat this like a low flow. In play today, 2.6 million shares traded so far. It is up 121%. So for the low floats, I'm going to treat it like a low float. Again, it's 18. Usually anything under 20, I'm careful with. Usually anything under 40, I'm still watching my size. But this 18 definitely trading like a low float. I mean, look at the move here, up 125%. So we'll throw it on here. We'll get some levels in a second. ALT was in our watch list last time. Looks very active today. 2.7 million shares traded, up 48%. Yeah, it ran up a couple of days ago. I remember us watching this. Look at this pop here. It starts at 350, goes all the way up to 6, almost doubling itself. So ALT, I think, will be in play today. Looks good at the moment. Just ran up recently, so maybe the opportunities could be there. Looks like it might want to crack the high of the day at this moment, so it's looking pretty good. KGJI, nothing happening. Next, STNE, we have already on here. Not looking great. AYTU, not much happening. VXRT, nothing happening there. CLRB is 280,000 shares, down 17%. Looks like it's losing it, most of it now. When it gets the volume, does it run? Or it ran up yesterday quite a bit. It could be a potential. I do not like the 5-minute chart right now, though. This doesn't look great. It doesn't look as good as a ALT does. See, this is good. TYHT, this is good too. You got some action here. This is not looking too great right now, but we'll throw it on here. It does got a bit of a volume, or at least trying to pick up now. Maybe it's a late starter, right? Because just started moving at 8:30, so you're starting to get the action right in here now. Look at the volume down there as well. So we'll give it a few more minutes, see if it gets better. AKTX, we had in our watches last time. Nothing much happening now. NCTY, nothing there. FPay, nothing happening. And that's the last one. Nasdaq Active, ALTY, we have. TYHT, we have as well. HSGX has the volume, but this is a horrible pre-market action. Again, 1.1 million shares traded, up 30%. Oh, it's a penny stocks, 15 cents. I didn't even notice the price. I'm just going to skip that. JAGX is also a penny stock, so we don't trade penny stocks. AYTU, not much happening. Just again, it has the volume, 554,000 shares traded so far, but just look at this pre-market action. Doesn't look great at all. AQBT's not much going on. Just a horrible pre-market action. Nasdaq ETF, CLRB, we have here starting to get some movement going. So let's see if the volume can climb. GNMX is penny stock, and NVEV, also not much going on right now. Pretty choppy. Volume is starting to pick up here, but not much going on. These other ones look better, right? ALT looks great. Looks like it wants to crack the high of the day for the low flow team, and then TYHT also looking like it wants to find a bottom here. Also tons of volume, 2.7. All right, so let's see what we have here. Let's go over to what you guys are watching. What do you guys have on your end? What looks interesting? So Sammy, I got AMD and MU. Peter, DERM. Let's check that one out. So Peter, this could be in play because it had a really active day yesterday. It looks like it's trying to bounce back up here again. So again, look at the volume yesterday. It's just crazy. 43 million shares traded approximately. So could be in play right now. The pre-market action, I don't like the way it looks. But you know what? We'll put it on here. We'll take a look at it again before we dismiss it. But yeah, we'll definitely take a look at it again. What else we have? DSW earnings play. Let's see what DSW is doing. Dollar bill, DSW. Yeah, it could be a possible play later on today. I agree. If it's an earnings play, maybe not for the open, but maybe later on in the mid morning, could definitely be a play. Down 4.6, no volume just yet, but it could be something for the mid morning. So you know what, we'll make our secondary list right down here. So we'll throw DSW. Possibly take a look at that one later. Thank you. Tommy's giving us SBGL. So SBGL 1.3 million shares traded, up 7.8. What's the float on this this one here? SBGL. All right, so definitely a large cap. All right, so I like the volume, 1.3 million shares traded, but I do not like this this pre-market action. So maybe not for the morning. It looks like it trades pretty funky though too. What kind of stock is this? Daily chart looks a little funky. Doesn't seem like it moves much, really. But yeah, so I don't like the daily chart and really do not like the pre-market action right now on SBG. I think it's just one of those stocks. Reminds me of AGE type stock where it doesn't move much here. ATR is 20 cents. So again, could be moving more today because it's gapping 8.3 with some volume. But right now, not really in love with the pre-market action. All right, what do we have going on? All right,
that SBGL is a foreign company, by the way.
It is, yeah. It makes sense because it has a really funky daily chart. Not really liking that one. Star Trader is giving us TROX this morning. You have a gap here of gapping up 11.3, but the volume is not there right now. Could be something that could hit our scanners maybe. Also the daily chart, I'm not really liking the daily chart for the open at least. But it does, like when it does get the volume, you do get some pop here. But today, not sure that you're going to get that. You might. It gapped up here a couple of days ago and you got the volume. It's gapping up today. You might get the volume at the open. But right now, I'm not going to watch it for the opening bell. TWO has offerings. Let's take a look at that. TWO. All right. So yeah, this is definitely doesn't like it's going to be tradable today. It does has an offering here down 2.4, but again the volume 4 million shares traded, but it's not really creating a good pre-market action at the moment. All right, ROM30 HEXO 356,000 shares traded so far. What's the pre-market action looking like? All right, this could be interesting. Up 4.6, not the greatest pre-market action. What I don't like about this pre-market action right now is that a lot of the volume is sitting on this just one block trade or whatever happened on here. 119,000 shares traded just in this one move. So I don't like that. I want to see that spread out, creating a nice flow, right? So that's my concern with HEXO at the moment. Tobias is giving us Tesla. Let's check out Tesla. See what Tesla is up to. Tesla 119,000 shares. What was that?
I said, oh boy.
Yeah.
Tesla.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh wow, look at all the levels I have here. Let's get rid of this. Way too many. Actually, Tesla's daily chart looks interesting. It looks good because again, you have it's dropping here. Last time it came to this level 270, it popped from there. This time it's cracking, it's getting lower, down almost 1%. Might be hitting our scanners if it can get down to 2%. Yeah, we could put Tesla on here. The daily chart does look interesting, to say the least. So we can keep an eye on that. Wesley P, take a look at TLRY. Let's see. Not that I'm even going to trade this, but I'm always interested to see what TLRY is doing. This is one of
they reported earnings last night.
They did. Yeah, this is one of those stocks like a BPTH. I mean, even worse than a BPTH. Again, this stock at one point we all know went up to $300. $300 and drops down to 153. I mean, this is just crazy. So yeah, this type of stock you do not want to trade. I do not have shares for sure. So it looks like they reported earnings, so they're up 4%. But again, it's just this stock is really untradeable, guys. So I'm not even gonna watch this one. Taylor MIK. Let's see what we got here. MIK is daily chart looks okay. Pre-market action doesn't look too good at the moment. It's very choppy, seems like. You do got some volume, 165,000 shares traded, but I don't see where that volume is. It's really not here. because again, it's not creating a good pre-market action. Nick B, let's look at ABBV. Has started to have a decent chart here, but again, it's just stopped out. There's no volume, right? So if this would have got some volume and kept going down and do something here, would be nice. But right now, the volume's not there. Only 30,000 shares traded at the moment. Yep. So let's take a look at. I think we looked at MIK already. MIK. Yeah, so MIK doesn't look great right now, but it could be a possible play later on. So I know there's earnings on MIK. So again, it could be a possible play mid-morning, mid-afternoon. But at the moment right now, it just doesn't look like it's got the momentum and volume. But again, that doesn't mean anything. We've seen MU have not much going for it and do a great move. It's popping up nicely here, 6.4. So again, it could be a possible. You know what? This actually could look good for mid-morning. I'm going to throw it down here, MIK. What else we have? We got some more in our gappers list here. Who else we got popping up? UROD. Let's see what UROD is. UROV. It looks funky. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, starting to get some volume. Only barely 100,000 shares traded. Just popped up to the scanners because it's just made it. But the pre-market action doesn't look all too great. Just gonna throw it on here. We can look into it in a sec. But right now it doesn't look all too great. It is down 12%, so I do like that. It's dropping a bit. But the daily chart doesn't look too appealing neither. See how it's just pretty flat. You got a few pops here, but overall it seems just pretty flat on the daily chart. All right, Stewart is giving us CRBP. Let's see what CRBP is doing. Like the daily chart, clear, holding this level here. Then you get a reversal. So daily chart looks good. Volume doesn't look great at the moment. This could be another one of those mid-morning plays that can get better. So we'll put it down here on CRBP. Hold on a second. CRBP. Here we go. Yep. Yeah, so not much volume just yet, but again, it could be. The daily chart looks interesting though. The daily chart does look interesting here. It's gapping up 7.6, so it could be a possible morning play. All right, Hector, let's take a look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA, what do we have? NVIDIA also has a nice daily chart. It's back up to these highs. It's been a nice run. Kind of the same move that the market did, right? The market dropped here, double top, drop here to the slingshot move, and you know what? This probably could be moving with the market actually. Now that I'm looking at it, it's identical to what the SPY is doing. Not saying that it cannot be in play, but I'm just gonna pull up the SPY next to it. 5-minute candle here on the SPY, daily chart. I'm sorry. I mean, look at this. It's almost very, very close to what the SPY is doing. The SPY is the top chart. Again, you got the double top here, drops here, comes back up, and now you kind of got this trend here. Market's gapping up, and NVIDIA is gapping up. So again, moving with the market still could be tradable, but I'm not going to watch this at the open. All right, guys, what else do we have going on? Let's take a few more before we go into finding some levels. ALT, what is ALT up to? Yeah, ALT is strong. It's coming back up. Yeah, it's coming back up here. Oh, it couldn't crack the high, though. It didn't get to the high yet, but if it can hold here, good pullback, people start buying the dip, it can definitely crack above this high of the day, sitting at 449 now. So see what it can do there. All right, guys, so let's see what else we got. All right, cool. So Norman, you want to give us an update on the challenge?
Yeah, so I know there were some issues yesterday with some buying power, the way it was set in DAS. That should all be fixed this morning. But for the next 4 days, get your hotkeys set, test out the platform if you haven't used it before. And then I think we're going to shut down any new users at noon today, Eastern. So once that takes place, everybody will be set for the week, test it out, and then starting next Monday, you'll have a new account. We'll send out an email with more info, and that'll be the full-on competition part of the challenge with buying power locked and everything else.
Excellent. All right, guys. So Make sure to.
And one more thing, if you missed the class last night, the onboarding, it is in YouTube. So I'll throw up the link to that in just a minute.
Oh yeah,
and go check that out.
Yeah, we had a great class and a great introduction to the challenge as well. Some good questions by you guys also, so you can definitely check out the YouTube video and look at the comments too. Within the comments might be some questions you might also have that were answered. All right, so let's get into it, guys. We got quite a bit on here. Not all looks great, so let's try to get rid of the weak and keep what looks exciting and interesting. Let's start with the top. STNE still not looking any better, so I'm going to drop this one off. I like the fact that it's up 20%. I mean, it's nice. You know what? Let's throw it down here for a possible mid-morning play after the open. But right now, it's just not looking great. It's not giving us that good a flow on here, so we're just going to drop this off. No name. Great question, No Name. So No Name asks us, what's the price for the challenge? So there's several prices. We have first place gets a lifetime membership of Bearable Traders with the Dash Trader platform for 3 months. Correct, Norm? And then
that is correct.
The second one is a lifetime membership without the DAS. That's for 3 months. And the third is a 6-month access to our chat room, to our membership. So all our classes, you get access to everything on there. And then there's also going to be some surprise prices throughout next week. So we don't want to mention those yet, but there will be some surprise prices throughout next week. And again, yeah, it's nice that we are providing a price, but the real key here is to really see if trading is for you, right? That's the real idea. See if there's something that you see yourself doing that you want to pursue in the future, and so forth. So we're trying to make the experience as real as possible. Obviously, in 2 weeks, you're not going to be great. The learning curve is extensive. It's not easy. And we tell everybody, day trading is not easy. We're not going to sit here and tell you, yeah, come here, you can be a day trader in a couple of days. No way. It's not going to happen. Everybody's different. But if you do want to pursue this career, we want to give you the best possible route, the best possible tips that can help you get going until you build your own style and then, build from there. So, all right, guys. So STNE, guys, I don't like it. I'm going to move it down to the mid-morning possible list right here, my secondary list, because right now it's just pretty flat. It's not really doing much, and the volume is not as great as we've seen in other places. So I'm going to get rid of that one for now. Is remove this here, delete. All right. ACB, what is ACB up to? ACB. Yeah, ACB is not looking too great right now. I mean, it has the volume, but look at most of the volume sitting on this one candle here. Really choppy pre-market action at the moment. And what I don't like about ACB, me personally, is that I don't have shares for short, so I can play this both ways. But right now, it's not looking clean as it did yesterday, so I'm going to get rid of ACB. WHD is wow, also not looking great. This is the one rumors of a buyout, right? Do I remember this correctly? Let's go back. WD. Oh no, this is offering. Yeah, so offering. So again, not really trading really nice neither. So I'm gonna get rid of this one also, guys. Again, it has the volume. It looks interesting, but it's pretty flat. Look at this 1 minute chart. Look at this 5 minutes. There's really nothing going on here that looks interesting. So let's get rid of it. Next we have YEXT. YEXT. Yeah, we left it on here to see if it can pick up the volume. It is down 4.2. But right now, still no volume. Only 134,000 shares traded. Doesn't look good at all. So I'm going to get rid of it. AMD. AMD, I'm going to keep AMD on here. I have room to watch some more. How did AMD trade yesterday? I actually traded pretty good. Had a nice little pop here. Then you have a drop. So they give you a nice little range and some possible trades here. So I'm going to watch AMD today. I'm definitely going to watch MU as well because it traded so clean yesterday. Towards the top, we have a level at 24.16, a pop right over here. We have another level all the way up here at 25.53. And you can possibly put this 24.70 as well, 24.70. Actually, 24.70 is really good. You also have it supported here by these days back over here. So I like 24.17. I'm sorry, 24.70, 24.16. Then right before that 24.16, you have some levels, high and lows right up here. So if you look at this chart, we already saw what the SPY looks like. It looks like it's moving with the SPY, but the SPY is up today. That's why Nvidia looks like it's really moving with the SPY as well. Again, this is not a great pre-market action, but since I don't have much that looks great, I'm gonna watch AMD and MU opposed to watching other stuff like a STNE, right? I mean, let's just go back. STNE. So I want to give you an explanation why I'm watching AMD. I mean, STNE, again, is up 21%, but just look at this choppiness, right? Now, if it hits our scanners, we can move into it, but right now it just doesn't look great. Also, it's very hard to manage your risk on this stock. This stock is moving 50, 60 cents in candles. Look at this one here. It opens at 34. It's at 85, cents. So how do you manage your risk, So without good volume, good pre-market action, I don't want to be nowhere near this type of stocks trading like this. Just too risky. I'd rather not trade today than trade something like that. So that's what we have for AMD towards the bottom. Previous day close, we have the lows sitting right over here below the previous day close. Towards the bottom, AMD doesn't move that much unless it's really in play. Towards the bottom, you have 2240 40 right over here from this date. And then you have actually right at the moving average too, so that works out perfect. More confirmation. And what else do we have down here? I think that's more than enough. I don't think AMD is going to get down there today unless some serious news breaks out. MU traded well yesterday, had a good pop and sell-off, so it was nice. High of the pre-market right now we can mark is at 40.11. Above that you have yesterday's high here. Let's see if it can get up to those levels again. And then above that you can clearly mark this 41.07. And the reason I'm marking 41.07, 41.13 in the area is that you have this day bouncing off from it, this day using it as resistance, and then support, and then also a little bit of resistance here closing around that area. So I like 41.13 as a possible level. Again, guys, this pre-market action here is not great, but this is typical MU. MU always trades like this in the pre-market, and then it gets better as it goes. Give me 1 second, guys, on YouTube. All right, let's see what is going on here. All right, so we are back. I lost connection for a bit, or I'm not sure what happened. But either way, MU doesn't look great. Has a pretty flat choppy pre-market action, but this is typical MU. It can actually turn around and have a great trading day. So I like AMU for that. DERM, man, it's not looking as good as yesterday, right? That's for sure. It's not looking as good as yesterday. It is up 2.9, but the volume is just sketchy. We already have some good levels for this. 1378, all right. We have 1493. We have the previous day close towards the bottom. We have 1194. We can actually move that 1194 up towards the low of the pre-market, 1221, and then we have the low of yesterday around this area over here. So more than enough levels on DERM. I'm gonna keep it here for now, but it's not looking as great as it did yesterday. Yesterday really traded really nice. This stock could move quite a bit. Let's actually mark the high of the pre-market right now, also 1336. So we'll mark that as well. All right, next we have Tesla. Let's see what Tesla is up to. Let's get the daily chart on Tesla. Here we go. So I do like the daily chart on Tesla. It is dropping here. Low of the pre-market, I'm gonna mark that down over right in here at 260.65. Let's get a little closer here. Yeah, 265.82. Oh, that's close enough. All right, so we have that for the low of the pre-market. If it loses that, I'm gonna go back over here around October and find some levels, some possible levels in here. Let's see, we have 252.82. I don't think it drops that much unless it really wants to sell off. So right before that, we have another level at 260.73. You have this date over here, this day here, these days using it as resistance as well, and then you have these days also opening and closing around that 260.73. So Tesla looks okay. Towards the top, you got plenty of levels. I don't think you need to add any more. You got the previous day close, previous day low, previous day high from yesterday. So plenty of levels in here. I don't think you need to add any more. Next, I have URA. Let's see what URA ended up doing. So URA started to get going. Doesn't have much volume yet, but I do like this daily chart. I do like how it's dropping this much, 15.2. Pre-market action looks okay. Needs more volume, but I do like that is selling off here. Oh, I don't have no shares for sure. Bummer. All right. Low of the pre-market for those that do have shares for sure. 1101 at the moment. 11 low of the pre-market. Below that we have 991, and then below, way below that, we have 886. 886 because look at all these days consolidating on this level. So I like to see that. 891 because you have the drop here and then it bounces back from here. And 11, which is the low of the pre-market now. Look at it being used as resistance over this range of days here. So that's pretty good. Towards the top, you can mark down 1251, and then above that you have moving averages here. You have also the high and lows from yesterday, previous day close. There's tons of levels in here in case these things wants to bounce back. Again, not much volume happening right now. Unfortunately, I do not have shares for short on this one, so I might drop it off. But I do like the way this is looking now. All right, guys, so let's look at the low floats. TYHT. Selling off, really not looking too great. ALT is the one that looks really active and really nice. So TYHT, guys, I don't like. I'm not gonna look at it. It has a lot of volume, but I think it just looks very weak. Looks like it's done. Look, we want to sell off here. So I'm not gonna look at this one. ALT looks interesting. This one actually was a runner just last week, and it's here again. So let's mark some levels here. High of the pre-market at the moment, 449. So let's mark that down, 449. Then towards the top, this thing ran up all the way up to 595. Towards the bottom, you have this one at 376. You have that level as well. Could be use it as a possible fallen angel strategy if it drops down. Let's see if we get something in between here, in between 449 and 595. Yep, we have a date right over here. We have several days at 523 at the top. So again, this one looks very active right now. Couldn't break the high in the last try here of the pre-market. CLRB also looks very interesting, popping up nicely here. Might want to go for the high of the day. 427 high of the pre-market at the moment. Above that, what do we have? Look at that 427. How is a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago actually, went right to that 427, which is the high of the pre-market now. So a clear resistance level there. Then we have a gap. We have a really big gap all the way up to 526. Nothing in between there that I can see clearly. Let's get few levels towards the bottom. Towards the bottom, we have 365, and then we have this one down here at 314, just in case for some fallen angel opportunities. And look at that 365, guys, how it's being supported right on here. Just excellent. All right, so that's what I have, guys. Does not look great. Brian's looking at BA support around 358. Let's look at BA. See what's going on with BA. Norm, do you have anything you like on your end besides what we talked about?
I've got my eye on NVIDIA to see if it can do anything. Facebook looks like it might bounce from where it's plummeted the last few days. That is about what I have.
All right, excellent.
That's different from you.
Yeah, not much going on, guys. I'm going to see what Andrew has. Andrew actually has a bigger list to play with here. So he's going to go through his watch list now, and then I'll see what we have and how these get better or worse, and I'll adjust accordingly. So again, guys, this is my watch list here. These are the low flow stocks I'm going to be taking an eye on, and this is what you guys suggest as possible mid-morning plays. So we'll look at those in the mid-morning. Again, these are not in play right now, but they do have some earnings and some news, and if they get more volume, they could be tradable. Guys, thank you for joining the pre-market show. I will see you again tomorrow at 8:30 Eastern time. Take care and trade safe.
Take care, Carlos. Y'all have a great day. Trade safe.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Carlos, Norm, and Brian. So let me share my screen as well. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Week. All right. So let's find the watch list for me. So MU is my buddy. I want to see what it does. The pre-market is horrible, but I'll just keep it on. Just keep it in my watch list to see if the market sells off. I mean, MU is something that you can trade. Derm yesterday was pretty awesome, Derm, but today is somehow doing some stuff. I don't know if it's really worth watching Derm today or not. So I'll just delete that. In the gappers watch list, we have STNE. Let's see what STNE is up to. Popping up 22%. Good volume. Float is 62 million shares. Well, that's nice. Yeah, so it is a recent IPO, so it's kind of an all-time high. There's really nothing that we want to, there is no obvious level except the low of the pre-market at 41.20. I'll keep an eye on that. STNE. Yeah, oh good, William, yeah. CRBP kind of look like garbage. Yeah, it did pop up after market yesterday, but doesn't have anything right now. BUD, BUD, this one should be, this is a, I think this is a foreign company. Yeah, Budweiser. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to trade that. These foreign companies, it's tough to find any level on a daily chart. So really, oh, TLRY is up there. Their ACB is up. The problem with ACB is it trades really bad. Mostly like institutional trading on ACB. So we'll keep an eye on ACB. NVIDIA is popping up 2%. I remember NVIDIA. It was Brian's favorite stock. Always trading that. So we can take a look at the NVIDIA as well. It's a little bit higher price, but YEXT, YEXT. Oh, YEX. Let's see what YEX is up to. Gapping down 4%. Float is 73 million shares. That's a nice float. Not a great pre-market activity, honestly. WHD gap down 4%. That's nice. 37 million shares float on a daily chart. Yep, setting up for a couple of good sell-off. Bunch of levels down here.